walkways need
Welcome
patching
home,
up.
Sid.
Give me 50 good boards, 8 span each.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident the scent of Wulu.
The very same, but whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men? One can often be led astray by focusing too close. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloeder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just... Indeed he is. Well, not quite all. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Cid the longest. Tell them, consider it the price of
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only...
I suppose we are.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
Good. Start to get a crick in my neck. Well, don't just stand there, go. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Blackthorn,
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that...
Under a new Cid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Back, are you? What's Sancfordian, do you? No scratches, right? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
I'm never drinking.
Ah, Clive.
No. To share mine.
Look, he's crying.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a... There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merry...
All right, brilliant.
Finally, a new...
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to show...
Hippocrates. I need to know what he is.
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact.
But I saw him.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the... To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely... But until I do...
Thank you. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
My knowledge is yours. I have a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today?
Thanks to Cid.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
barely sat down since you came home.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft...
No. She was right.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peace, not least of all Sid. Well, when you do, she's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't...
Very well.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? I don't have that one. You do. You earned this. All done?
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone...
Mid hasn't been her usual self.
If I don't come up with something soon...
All right, Clive?
I'm going to visit Sid, and...
Sorry, I'm too busy for all. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
So... and this is...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril and those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put to... Which is where... I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little... But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to... I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. When I'm... Good old Clive. I'll open you... First things first, and... The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away. The helm over the top, that disperses all that... And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest...
full suit of... Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list to... Show these to Blackthorn.
Well, I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Think Mid might need some help.
Blackthorn.
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then. What is it this?
She said you would know.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it, and I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my... Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs...
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the set.
And the other can go and get the rest from...
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then? Which one of these two luckies?
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Black's.
You two, eh? Don't
please me.
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if... Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem... But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff like...
Then let's get bagging.
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for... Here... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that. And there's still it. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always, you can take a day off.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy line.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before...
You go on ahead. And try.
Oh, after Blackthorn gets what he...
Right. Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be...
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. It beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do...
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to...
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's start...
Excellent. One down.
So?
The helm, of course. For this, will be repurposed.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but...
But we don't have to.
I'm sorry?
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, in other words, the reactor would overheat, and this is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of... Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use parts of... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's,
I see. Then I said, would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the...
Good day to you.
Farewell.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you,
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. done Too slow. The things I do for you, Mid.
Cid!
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll,
All right.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze, which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's... I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but the helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away. Hippocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mid. Could you take a look at this?
shielding for a mithril... What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight. While, as you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to...
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as Moondew. It is said to be able to... Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to...
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredient, the knowledge...
Thank you, and since you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other can assist me in research.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well,
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. So, Clive, who will accompany you on your...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? Everything... I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which so much so, in fact, that they were harvested now.
I will.
You two enjoy yourself.
You too. Now, where's Jill?
Let's talk.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have...
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredient?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere. Why don't we...
All right.
How about you look for... I'll find the...
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before...
What can I interest you in today? You're always welcome here in Lostwing. You haven't much, but you're free to look. Keep fighting the good fight.
What do you want? And?
Oh, crap. That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nut. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all... But before we head back,
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from just being here. Reminds me, do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith?
How could I forget? What, remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing or wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Is there anything you wanted to buy for yourself, or?
There was, yes. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells petit. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it... It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you. Well, I need to give these ingredients to... I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moondew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious...
What about the shielding?
Work is underway. Under the water.
Apparently it...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you.
It appears our work here is almost... a shame. I was... When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of a plot, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young...
Leave it. Thank you, Hop. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that what...
You found something for...
In a manner of easy.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not
Displacement stack.
Same different. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require...
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive. That's one down and just 3 more.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to searching for a land untouched by the Blight. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black... That's what she was meant to be. You see, but now she... I don't... I...
Told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl do any... No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to...
She said that?
She...
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no... She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able...
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus.
Yep. In a boat. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she... But anyway, I got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I would...
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention...
What tidings? Trouble in Canva. Well, only...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Well, not the next time you plan on visiting Sid. You might want to...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it?
Gav will be leaving with me.
Well, you can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be... She's got some things to take.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kupka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
It's over!
So what do you think?
How nice. They have a hideaway of their own. And if you
We've done the Republic a service. I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greager, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not so we can wait for the siege to end. Too slow. More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the Crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
For hire. Best service. Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Well met.
A fine choice. Many thanks.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere. You all right, boy?
Fetch!
When did you get so big?